Alright, this is the fourth video being made, and you can see it's 4:20. That's how long it took me to put this weatherization sheet back on the new tent. You wouldn't believe what I had to go through just to situate it back on the tent the way it was in the previous tent that I just took down. Because of the way that it was put on the first tent, I had to, some things got disconnected because these weatherization sheets are being held together right now by bread ties. Some of them came loose, and I don't have time to explain it all right now, but I literally had just got done spending probably at least the last hour and 10 minutes re-putting the weatherization sheets back together so they could be put on all sides of the tent, just like they were on the other one. You wouldn't believe what I went through just doing this. Just doing this seemingly, you would probably think that all you got to do is take it off, put the tent back up, because it was the same exact tent type and model, same exact size. So you probably think all you had to do was just take it off and put it back on. You would not believe. There's layers and layers and layers of this weatherization sheet on each one, and the way it was put up the first time, things became disconnected. It's a long story, but anyways, so I literally had to spend the last hour and 10 minutes reconnecting weatherization sheets back together. As you can see, brand new ties were put on them. Okay, these are brand new ties. You can see the difference between these brand new ties. Okay, here and here, okay, and on here, then the older ones, which were already cut off, okay, brand new there. I also had to reconstruct the door, because when I get inside the tent, what I do is I tied this up to a stick that I tied to the weatherization sheet. See, and that way when I get in, all I got to do is pull the string down, and then the flap comes in front of the tent. See what I'm saying? And that's not even being put. I took the old one off because it was too heavy, and it wasn't like real heavy. That's it right there, laying down on the ground right there. But I wanted to make sure that this tent is not, the poles is not, anything that I put on the tent is not stressing the poles. So I put a lighter. See, this is the one I had on, a little itty bitty one. Okay. Now this one that I took that one off. That took me about 15 minutes to do that. Wow, it took me about 5 minutes actually. And then I put this skinnier one on. Look how skinny that is. Okay, tied it onto the weatherization sheets. Okay, 3 separate weatherization sheets because this is 2 layers. And then tied a twine on it. That way, when I get inside the tent, all I got to do is pull this down, and then the weight of that little stick makes it fall down. You see what I'm saying? And so. Basically what I'm saying is that it took me a lot of this, all of this was re-put on there in a different way in reference to, I just had to do some, how can I say it, just trust me, I had to do a lot of work. Now, I'm getting ready to put, that's a bag of my sleeping bag, my sleeping clothes and sleeping bag and shit like that. That's just a bag of bottles of Mountain Dew and Pepsi bottles. And then that's just different things, okay, that had to be put up in bags. I just, sections of stuff that were inside the tent at different spots inside the tent. That way when I put it back in, all I got to do is take it right back out of the bag and put it where it belongs. So, and then all that stuff is stuff that went behind the tent. Okay, it wasn't leaning up against it, it was just behind it. So and that's the old tent right there. I'm just going to leave it there overnight. And this is the duffel bag. See, this tent right here that I put up today, brand spanking new, was a backup tent for a grab-and-go kit for emergencies. And since the gang stalking expedition, I firmly believe now that they're the ones who destroyed and damaged the zipper, which made that tent unlivable, at least for now, until I can maybe fix it to the point to where it can still be lived in. I don't know how I'm going to do it, because I don't even want any little itty-bitty mices or anything trying to crawl in the tent if I use bread ties to tie it up. So I'll at least keep it, because if I have to, I can just tear the tent apart and use the bottom of it as a tarp to put on another tent. Okay. Now, here's the point of what I'm trying to make here. And let me show you again this phone. You can see it's 4:25 p.m. on 1/20/2014. And what I'm going to do is it's going to be dark in literally a half hour. So I got to hurry up and make this video. This is the 4th video. I'll make another one tomorrow before I leave tomorrow if I got time to go anywhere tomorrow. Because see all this stuff here? This was stuff that was inside the duffel bag that was with this tent, because it's a backup kit. So I got to go through all this because I decided I need a couple things for that in order to move an additional backup kit to a specific area, another area, and start setting it up. So there's a couple things in there I need, which means I got to go through every bag until I find those couple things I need. Then I got to rebag those up, put it back in here, fold that tent up tomorrow, okay, and take care of other business that I had started before the zipper broke. You know, before I started using the zipper, and then it wouldn't zip up. I realized the zipper was compromised, and so that business wasn't finished. So basically, what I'm saying, let me use the voice command.
Say a command.
Just to have the phone tell you the time and date.
January 20th, Monday, 4:26 p.m.
Okay, now it's going to be dark in a half hour, so let me do something here. Sweat, because I'm sweating right now. So let me just open up the tent so I can show you, because the first video I made today, I got to take off my sweatshirt, hang on a second. The first video I made today showed you the inside of the tent that I took down. And that video shows that there was magic marker writing on the wall of that tent. Okay. So let me open up the tent right now. Okay. So I can show you that this is the new one that has been put up. And once I get inside of it, I'll straighten out the floor a little bit. This is it right here. You can clearly see that this is a brand new tent. There's no magic marker on the wall, on any of the walls. The first video I made was a video picture of the old tent that I just took down that's laying over there, okay? And it was still erected. It was still up. And I took a video showing the inside of it, just like I'm showing you the inside of this one. Okay, it was still erected like this one is erected. And then when I made the video and showed the picture of the inside of it, you could see pictures on the wall that were pasted on the wall, magic marker writing on the wall. Now you can see there's no magic marker writing on any of this tent because it's brand new. I just put it up. And that was the reason why I took the video picture of the first one, so you'll be able to see that it's not the same tent, because the first one had pasted stuff on the wall, pictures of little doggies and stuff, little signs I made to like Bible verses and stuff, a picture of a bear and a dog, and some magic marker writing. Now you can clearly see that this tent has none of that on it. Nothing on it. Nothing on it. So you can clearly see that this is the new tent that I just put up. And it's only been used twice. You can see the bottom of it again, like I showed in the second and third video. The bottom of it is completely clean. Okay, completely clean. It's just literally put down by me. The reason why I'm making this video file right now is to predict. I showed you the video picture of my cell phone, and then I used the cell phone to use the voice command, and the phone literally told you the date and time. Now, the reason why I'm doing all this is because I am a target victim and activist concerned in the crimes of gang stalking. Okay? And as a result of being a target of gang stalking, they not only make you homeless, but then they come after your property. I firmly believe that they are the ones that compromised the zipper on my tent. And like I said in the second and third video, you can go to Google and type in gang stalking and how they'll enter your apartment or your home and damage zippers on clothes, luggage, backpacks, duffel bags, anything that's got a zipper. They'll screw around with the zipper to make the zipper break. Just Google it and see I'm telling you the truth. Now, again in this video, listen to these guys harass me on the sidewalk. And while they're doing it, they're saying gang stalk, gang stalking, gang stalking, I'm going to F you up. Now, one of the individuals has harassed me on anywhere between 8 and 11 separate occasions. That's why I go, hey, it's the criminal bums. That's right. So, and that occurred on a sidewalk. Now, I've already made other statements in this is a 4-part video series, and the other 3 video YouTube titles will eventually be put in the description of this YouTube video, so you can see especially the first video title, because that shows you a video picture of the erected old tent that I just took down. I've been literally doing all of this for the last 3.5 hours, and now that it's put up, I'm going to straighten out the floor because it's a little crinkled right now as a result of you gotta set it up to where. Shit, hang on a second, I'm trying to put my phone in my pocket. Alright, so you gotta straighten out the floor. So the floor is even, okay? And you do that by pulling the sides of it, okay? And they'll be pulled out once I put that sleeping bag and everything in it, because I'll be resting stuff on the actual floor and stuff like that. So you'll be able to see that this, tomorrow I'm gonna take a video picture of it. With all my stuff in it, so you'll be able to see that I'm inside of it and that the zipper's working fine. And the reason I'm making this video file is because this is a prediction. We're going to see if on any date I come home and the zipper's broke and won't work, okay, or if this tent is cut up in any way. Yeah, they did that to one of my tents in Connecticut. They came down after I left it and sliced every side of it up with the tent along with the tarp and everything else. And then I got caught in a flood, because I was hiking on the ground right by a creek, and I didn't know the creek swelled when it rained, and that's why they did it. They looked at the weather forecast, seen it was going to rain, came down to the area where my tent was at and sliced it all off, and then when it rained, the creek swelled and flooded the area, and I got caught in it. I had to call the fire department to get me out. And so that's the reason why I'm making it now. Gang stalking targets are stalked from state to state to state to state. You can Google that to see that I'm telling you the truth there. Now, so the reason why I'm showing you that this tent, now it's open, you can see it's open right now. So I'm gonna use the zipper. It's a brand new tent. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zip it up right now. Hold on. Okay, so you can clearly see the zipper's working fine. Okay, so I am preparing to move from this area. Okay, that's one of the reasons why I have a little bit more stuff that was inside the tent that I had, the other one that I just took down. I had a bunch of stuff in it that I had hidden. I got it out from where it was hidden at, put it inside the tent, went through it in order to categorize it, because I was going to take it to a second hiking location that I'm preparing to move to. Then last night, when I went to go play around with the zipper, you know, I wasn't playing around with it. When I was going to zip up the tent, the zipper broke. That's right. That's right. So it finally gave way. And I noticed that something was going on with the end of it, like it had been cut or something, so the zipper wouldn't catch. So anyways, so as a result of me having the stuff that I had gotten out that I was going to categorize and then bag up and take with me to the other hiking area, that stuff was still in my tent. So I had to take that tent down today, which means I had to take everything out of it. And then that's why there's so much stuff on the ground and it's getting ready to be put back in it. And then I had to get out the backup duffel bag, the grab-and-go bag, okay, of an additional tent that I bought, which is this one. Okay, right now I own about 8 tents. Okay, 8 of them. That's right, hidden at different areas for backup stuff because of the shit that I've been through. You never can trust what they're going to do on any day, flat out. And that's why I make these video predictions, okay? In order to be able to show the properties here, that it's working, that it's brand new, okay? And that includes me coming home. Like when I leave here tomorrow, if I do leave it tomorrow, since now I got backup shit to go through. If I leave here tomorrow, or if I don't leave here tomorrow and then leave on Wednesday to take the stuff over to the area where I'm going to be setting up a new hiking area and come back and the tent's gone and a trespass notice is put here, go to Google and type in organized stalking or gang stalking landlords and property owners. Just do it. Just do it. Or, if the tent's gone and there's no trespass notice, that might be their way to bait me to go over there and confront them who yell gang stalk every single day from a distance and then laugh. That's right. They did it today. They did it today about, I'd say, anywhere between 15 and 25 times. And that's their way to taunt me about being a gang stalking target. That's right. So, that's one of the reasons why I'm moving. I've been here 15 months and I'm sick of it. Okay. So, this is showing you that this tent is here. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to, do you see that dead tree right there? It's falling on the ground. Okay, and there's the top of it right there. That's the top of the tree. It's all fallen on the ground. It's dead. You see it? Okay, it's a fallen tree that's on the ground. Okay, and then in fact, let me walk a little bit closer to it. That way I can literally show you where I'm at. Shit. You can see part of it falling right there. I've already taken numerous video pictures of this area, so let me just put it to you this way. This area has a number code attached to it. It's also a word code is attached to it as well, and it undisputably discloses this area. Undisputably, that word code is GILL times 2. I'm a woman, not a man. That's right, undeniably. And I guess since I'm doing it, I might as well say the number code. Shit. 20181515142613 -247-239. I haven't even ate today because I had to put up with all this bullshit all day today. So, because all they have to do is come down here and steal it when I'm gone for the day, no matter where I'm at, and then get away with it. What are they going to do? Do you think they're going to admit it? Hell no. Hell no. But I believe that they would do it to provoke me to believe that they did it. To go over there and confront them, then either them or a third party is magically in the area who calls the cops. One of the main methodologies of gang stalking is to do things covertly to aggravate you, to frustrate the hell out of you, and to make you angry as hell. So they feel by the time they do back-to-back things right in a row, you know, that you'll be so frustrated and aggravated that you will finally blow up and accuse somebody of something. A person who's already overtly associated themselves to this campaign as a result of them yelling gang stalking. Do you see what I'm saying? Believe in that, I will go over there, confront them about the stolen tent, then either them, a neighbor, or a third party who's acting like they're in the area for normal reasons will call the cops. The cops will come out. They'll say she's accusing me of gang stalking her and stealing her stuff. And then the cops say, well, if you can't prove it, you guys got to leave. They get away with stealing my tent and maybe even other property, and then I got to move all my stuff in a hurry. Because the whole goal in gang stalking is to wear you out mentally, emotionally, physiologically, psychologically, financially. That's right, to cause you to break down. This is how they cause women to break down. They make them homeless, and then they have them gang stalked along all the routes. They assault them. They'll even rape them. That's right. That's right. And the filthy freaks they're using 100 feet away, let me tell you something right now. If I had family members that cared about me, okay, or if I had a boyfriend or a cousin or something, you better be damn sure. You better be damn sure them little assholes over there wouldn't be doing jack shit. Flat out. Flat out. They're doing this to people who are vulnerable. That's right. And they're the ones who make us vulnerable. Not them. They're just being used. Okay, but what I'm saying is that them little skanky, filthy animals that they're using over there, they're nothing but a bunch of homeless bums that hang out in La Jolla. That's right. That's right. And they're being paid off with God only knows what. Okay? And they act, and they're on a power trip like you wouldn't believe. That's right. Because of what they're being told to do and how they're getting away with it. That's right. And check it out. One day, I saw a San Diego police officer walk down the hill. He walked down the hill from the sidewalk, walked down up and all over in here, went over there, and then all of a sudden I heard talking. At first I thought it might have been a fireman because a fire truck went by. Okay? And so I said, what's going on? I wonder what's going on. I said that to myself. I was inside the tent. And then the fire truck went on. And so I thought, well, geez, well, maybe the assholes over there like started a fire and somebody noticed the smoke or something. So that's why I thought it was a fireman at first. And then I heard talking once I saw somebody walk down here in blue. Okay, and then I heard talking once he got down there. Then the talking stopped, and then a minute later, I saw a San Diego police officer car pull away. And they've still been here, so it's not like they were told to move. You see what I'm saying? And anyways, I caught an individual on a corner on February 20th, 2013, admitting to me in a hidden running tape recorder that a San Diego police officer put him on a corner to engage in gang stalking physical gestures. You can go to YouTube and watch that YouTube video. You got to watch it all the way down to the last second. It's titled 2/20/13 Learning Disabled Woman Catches Another Gang Stalker Admitting Sent to Harass. Read comments. And then you can go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Catches Gang Stalker Admitting Sent to Harass Read Comments," which means read comments means look at what's in the description of those YouTube videos, look at all the other YouTube videos that are in the description of those YouTube videos, cross-reference statements to evidence to publish dates. Look at what comes first and then what was caught after what I was exposing. That's right. Engaging in repeating words, phrases, and certain physical gestures is their overt way to let you know you're being gang stalked. And they'll even get around you and say gang stalk everywhere you go. That's right. You wouldn't believe the little filthy sewer rats that they set up 100 feet away. I'm not kidding. Any normal, healthy, civil-minded man, you know, a real man that doesn't believe in victimizing women, okay? If they could do it and get away with it, I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever. If I told them what these guys were doing, they'd kick their ass. I had no doubt about it in my mind. At all. At all. You wouldn't believe the victimization that these assholes and the lengths these guys go to make me feel victimized. On a daily basis, they'll say, gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalk. Oh my God, gang stalk, crazy, weird. Suck my you-know-what, and then laugh about it. All day long. And they're not nothing but neighborhood filthy bums that are being used. That's right. All day long and even at night. One night they did it in October for 3.5 hours straight, and they even got on a ledge that they created so they could get closer to my hiking area to do it, and they wouldn't stop for 3.5 hours until about 11:30, and the only reason why they stopped is because it rained. Yeah, they're nothing but filthy bums. Look, neighborhood lowlifes. And so anyway, so you can see that I put the tent up and it's got the black weatherization sheet put on it. You got to look at video number 1 because I took a video picture of the original tent that they came down here and destroyed the zipper of, which made me not able to use it anymore. So when we're going to see if they steal this tent, damage it, or if a trespass notice is put on it, or if they bring the landlord and property owner down here to steal it and then leave a trespass notice, or just put a trespass notice on it. I am preparing to move from this location. And one of the main methodologies, again, like I've already stated, of gang stalking is to try to wear you out physically. You would not believe the amount of property that I have acquired over a 15-month period. I made a mistake. I learned from this one. Okay. I've acquired winter clothes, summer clothes, camping gear, backup gear, supporting gear. You know, gear that supports what I've already bought in reference to the camping gear, multiple backup hiking kits, and I've got a lot of paperwork printout that I printed out at libraries, stacks of it. Okay, that's not including just other miscellaneous stuff, all here at one place. So if they come down here and tell me I got to move now, or within a 24-hour period, there's no way that I can move everything I own in one day. And since I'll be worried, since I got to leave, and then, like, say if I leave, okay, the event could happen in the afternoon. By the time I take down the tent, pack it up, okay, and maybe hide it somewhere, and then grab a grab-and-go kit with me to go to another place, that's leaving all the other stuff here until the next day because it gets dark out now at 5 o'clock. That means all night long I'll be stressed out about what they're stealing. That's why they get up on the sidewalk and will say, gang stalk, why don't you come and steal our stuff? That's why they yell it from a distance over there. Now think about this in closing. Throughout the entire year of 2013, I'd made hundreds of videos every day because I made a video every day before I left, predicting what I took 2 videos every morning before I left every morning. One video was about my property, and then once that video was made, I made another video. And that video was a video pertaining to predictions concerning what could happen around me during the day. Okay? 2 videos each morning, every day, throughout the entire year of 2013. Now, the videos I made every morning pertaining to the tent, I was not only talking about the tent, but I was also explaining why I was making the video, just like I am right now. Then, after I showed the picture of my tent being here, in order to prove that it was here in case they stole it or damaged it, I would then talk about other things they were doing here, just like I'm doing now. And in those hundreds of videos, I was stating that they were putting individuals up on the sidewalk to ride their bikes by or jog by from either direction. And as they were doing it, periodically they were saying gang stalk, and then periodically when they were doing that, they were saying gang stalk, why don't you come and steal our stuff? Just loud enough for me to hear it in my tent. Then the individuals over there started saying the same thing. Then in separate videos, I was showing the same exact thing concerning how that was happening, and I also made numerous videos, not only continuing again to show how that was happening, but also stating about how they got 2 separate UCSD students to walk by me on UCSD campus on 2 separate dates and walk by me and say, "Gang stalker, why don't you go and steal her stuff?" That's right. Now think about this. I made and uploaded hundreds of separate videos stating that I was experiencing this. Okay, every day for almost a full year, throughout the whole year of 2013, and then published those videos online. So let's look at what I was exposing. I was saying this. I was saying that they were getting up on the sidewalk, riding their bikes by or jogging by, and saying, "Gang stalker, why don't you come and steal her stuff?" They were anchoring fear and associating it to gang stalker. That's why they were saying, "Gang stalker, why don't you come and steal her stuff?" Then at UCSD, I said on 2 separate dates, 2 separate students walked by me and said, "Gang stalker, why don't you go and steal her stuff?" Made videos about that here. Then this event transpires on Thanksgiving Day, which is a month and about 10 days before the end of the year. Thanksgiving Day 2013, these individuals show up on a sidewalk and say, "Gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalking, gang of stalking, I'm going to F you up." That's a threat. They were getting up on the sidewalk and saying, "Gang stalker, why don't you come and steal her stuff?" That's a threat. Then on Thanksgiving Day, on another different sidewalk, 2 guys pulled up in front of me, stopped me, were harassing me and threatening me, and as they're doing it, they're saying, "Gang stalk," together. Then one says gang stalking, and then the other one says gang of stalking, I'm going to F you up. That's a threat. That shows I was telling the truth in reference to all the previous videos that I made every day, all year long, throughout the entire year 2013. Because it's the same exact method. It's just a different threat. Think about this. Think about this. Hundreds of videos were already online, me stating that they were getting on the sidewalk and saying, "Gang stalk, why don't you come and steal her stuff?" And then these 2 guys appear on a sidewalk at the end of 2013 on Thanksgiving Day and say, "Gang is stalking, I'm going to F you up." That's a threat. Do you see what I'm saying? Identical harassment, just using a different threat. Hear it. Listen to it. It's right here. And I can prove this occurred on Thanksgiving Day because as it occurred, a tape recorder was running, and the tape recorder shows the date and time. Oh, hang on a second. This is it right here. I transferred the event to my phone. Gang is talking, I'll F you up. And that screech you heard, that was my bike brakes. There's my bike right there. I was riding on the sidewalk, and they appeared along my path because they knew that that sidewalk was one of my regular routines to go to a certain place. Now, once I move from here, I'm going to tell you who one of these guys are, because one of these guys has been used on between 8 and 11 separate occasions to harass me out and about in the community and at a certain place. That's right, and once I move from here, you'll be able to see all the connections in reference to a specific subject matter. Oh boy, in your face proof. Alright, I gotta go. The little skanks are starting to act up again, so, and I gotta put everything back in my tent. Alright, tomorrow when I wake up, I'm gonna make a video to see if also anybody arrives here to evict me from here. That's right. Remember what I said, they try to physically exhaust you while you're mentally exhausted, because if I have to move right away, okay, I have to move to get up and go bag to one place and then come back the next day and get my stuff. While I'm at that place overnight, I'll be worried all night long if these animals will be stealing my stuff. That's why they anchored the fear to gang stalking. Gang stalker, why don't you come and steal her stuff? Because they want your body and mind to be reacting to the anchored threats. That's right, they also get up on the sidewalk and say, "Gang stalker, why don't you call the police on her?" Who are these people? I have no idea. But the manager does, because he's the one who's put the manager of this gang stalking expedition, because he's the one, or she, whatever. I don't know if it's a he or she. Could be both. It could be more than one person. That's the person or persons who's putting these people along my route, and that's the same person who put them over there. They moved in within a week of me moving here. That's right, you wouldn't believe the filthy, skanky bums they are. Hang on a second. Now, you see that person riding a bike? Okay. That shows you, because this sidewalk is right off a bike trail. Okay? Alright, I gotta go, because it's 4:50 right now. It's literally gonna be dark in 10 minutes, and I still gotta put all this shit back inside my tent, so I gotta stop talking. Tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'll make a video, okay, and it's gonna be more detailed than this one. I literally gotta make all these statements just to show that I'm predicting what they might do before they do it. Literally. Literally. And that right there, look at how much time it took just to make this video. You know what I'm saying? And then talking about it is making me remember it. These are the methodologies of gang stalking, to literally make you notice the fact you're being gang stalked. And why do you think they're saying gang stalking as they're harassing me? Because they want me to know that what I was experiencing was because of gang stalking. Yeah. Why do you think they're yelling it constantly every day? And you know what's another funny thing? Every single time I've taken out my video camera at this location to make a video, they shut up. I have caught them a couple times when I snuck my video camera out and didn't say nothing and just turned the video camera on, didn't say a word. Yeah, I caught them saying it. Yeah, but when they hear me talking, they don't say a damn thing. They won't say gang stalk when I'm talking. Nope. No, because they don't want proof. Alright, I gotta go. I appreciate you listening, and make sure you look at the description of this YouTube video. Thank you for listening, and have a nice day.